it's Mia from Rose Nails by Marie Coombs, and I'm going to show you this Christmas jumper style nail. So I'm just going to go in with 2 coats of Candy Floss number 5 from Sbd London. I absolutely love the Candy Floss collection. It's so good for all year round, even though it's all like pastel colours. I'm just using them all the time, and they cover so well, because obviously they're pastel colours, but they cover in 2 coats absolutely perfectly. So they are the most impressive pastels I've ever used ever. Look at that colour. And they cure in for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. Then I'm going to use some of the white gel paint from Sbd London just to create a little snowflake. So what I do is I create quite a big dot with quite a lot of product on it, and then I use my brush to drag out that product. I'm hoping that you can see it. I know that it's white on very pale green, and obviously my light is reflecting, which is kind of in the way, but I do move my light in a second just to show you a little bit better. There we go. So I'm dragging that out to make sort of an 8-pointed starry snowflakey thing. And I would have done this set slightly differently, but I was filming in my house rather than my salon, and I left my matte top coat in the salon. So I did it slightly differently to how I would have normally done it. But either way, it made a really, really pretty nail. And it was nice and quick and just easy to do. And I do love a good snowflake. I know we're all going to be bored of snowflakes by the end of December. We're going to be sick to death of painting them. But they're so pretty. So I'm just using my dotting tool. I'm using both ends of the dotting tool, the sort of bigger side and the smaller side. So then I'm going to tempering top coat this, which is the Sbd London super shiny top coat, and again cures in an LED lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to buff it. Did I buff it? Maybe I didn't buff it. I can't remember. No, I didn't buff it. So I've recorded quite a few nails all at once, and some of them I buffed to make a matte surface and some of them I didn't. So I didn't buff this one, obviously, because it's still shiny underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sweater, knitted jumper, whatever you want to call it, pattern with my white gel paint. I did paint this slightly skew with. My camera recording equipment was in my way, so I'm going to blame my recording equipment for that. But you want to make sure that you do this kind of all at once. Because you need to cover this in acrylic, or you could cover it in glitter, or you could cover it in a mix of acrylic powder and glitter. It's really up to you. And obviously where I'm using white, you could use clear acrylic, you could use white acrylic. Again, it doesn't really matter. So this is going to leave that nice textured knitted jumper finish. So I'm trying to make it as even as possible on both sides so that they match on the sides, rather than the fact that the whole thing's going diagonally. So I'm trying to like match those lines up. I did make a bit of a boo-boo here, so I went off camera just to clean it up. And then once you're done with this, we're going to cover the whole thing in acrylic and leave it with a nice matte texture. There we go, crystal clear acrylic. So I'm just going to use my cuticle tool as a scoop to cover this in acrylic. I really do give it a good covering, tap off any excess, and then I double cure it. So normally the gel paint cures in 60 seconds. I will stick this in the lamp for 120 just to make sure that all the light penetrates through the acrylic. And then once that's done, you can brush it all off and it's all done. So I hope you've liked this quick little tutorial. I've got a couple more coming up on the channel, so do bear with me, and I'll put all the links below as to where you can get everything. But thanks ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!